You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. Okay, Sean, I'm going to start with one final story from Arizona, and then I'm going to be done.
Ooh.
And actually, this one, I don't know how I forgot this one, because it happened in the very beginning of the trip. So I don't know how I forgot to tell this story, like, on Friday when we were podcasting close to the end of the trip. Anyways. So, go to the airport. I have... we get there. I have this camping bag that I use, backpack, for everything, okay? And by the way, if I'm just old and I told you the story on this podcast, just, let me know.
No, you haven't.
All right. Well, it's possible. It's definitely possible. And so I threw everything out of it, all my camping stuff out of it, because I had put everything in there from the first trip that I hike with. And I'm like, well, I'm not hiking, so I don't need any of this. So I just kind of tossed it all out. So I got a carry-on and a backpack. I get to TSA, our good transportation security authority people. I run both through, okay? Legit. When this happens, I can't remember the last time I've been like so fearful of like what was about to happen. So they both come through. Now I don't know how it works there, but like when the bags come through, if they find something, your bag takes a second path. And it doesn't come to you, it goes away from you into like a little like secluded area, right? So my carry-on comes to me, and my camp pack goes away, and I'm like, ah, crap, what did they think they find? And so he's like talking, and I'm like, all of a sudden, like, I'm immediately getting a bit nervous because I'm sitting there thinking, like, what could, like, wonder what this is. My laptop's in there, but my laptop can be in there. Like, there's really just a bunch of clothes in there because it's a backpack that's not supposed to have a laptop, so I just packed a bunch of clothes around my laptop. And I'm like, I have no idea. So he comes out, and he's like, asks me the question of like, is there anything sharp, explosive, blah, blah, blah that you know of in your bag? And I was like, nope, pretty sure not. And so then he turned on the screen. By the way, really cool screen. Like, I did not realize what they see. Like, they see right through the clothes, and they see like the motherboard of my laptop, basically. That's pretty awesome. I've just never seen that screen. I've never been at this point in TSA. And so he like, so this is a bag on the screen. There's my computer. And I was like, yeah, that's just my computer. And he like spins it around, and he's like, can you tell me what this is? And he's like, and I'm like, oh, shit. And it's my camping knife that there's like multiple layers in the back part of my bag. And I didn't realize I had put it there. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's my knife. And at this point, I'm like confused, or I'm not confused. I'm nervous because I'm like, I've never been here before. I have no idea what's about to happen. Like, am I about to be like kicked off the flight? Am I about to be arrested? Am I about to be fined? Like, am I...
Pulls out some gloves out of his
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah.
Nick goes, uh-oh.
Yeah, and I was like, I have no idea. So I'm like, I don't even know what the best case scenario is, but I just hope this doesn't like totally F up my trip because I was a moron. And so he's like trying to find it, and he can't find it. And I'm like, no, it's right. And I like pushed my hand, and he's like, don't touch it. And I was like, okay. I was like, I understand. I'm fair. I was like, but it's in the back section, like deep down in many of the layers. Like I was trying to hide it to get it on the thing, which I really wasn't. I didn't say that part, but that's what I was thinking in my head.
Yeah. So this does not look good.
And he like he pulls it out. He finally finds it and he pulls it out with his glove and he like opens it up because it was like one of the closey ones, and he opens it up. I mean, it's not huge. It's bigger than a pocket knife, but it's not like some gigantic like machete type thing. It's just like, I don't know, probably like a 3.5, 4-inch blade, something like that. And he's like, yeah. And so he takes it and he drops it in this little bag and he goes and talks to this person. And he was just like, you just stay right here. And I was like, okay. And he goes and talks to this other person and they're chatting. And at this point, I'm really like, I have no idea. I have no idea my fate at this point. What is about to happen to me? So I don't know, like, what happened, but he was like, he came back and he's like, all right. He's like, here's the deal. He's like, you can't have this knife back. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I was like, you can have it. I was like, it is yours. I didn't say that, but I was like, yeah, that's fine. And he's like, so, but other than that, your pack looks fine. You look good. You're good to go. And I was like, okay, thank you. Have fun with my knife. Yeah, exactly. Just also, I can clean up what's behind here, or you can. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. I'm really sorry.
It's a good job of all the brown pants.
Yeah. And then he just throws this knife in this little like disposable thing, which I immediately thought like, I wonder what they do with all the stuff they find in there. Like,
It goes to a warehouse and then they sell it on later on.
probably that's probably exactly. I mean, it's a really nice knife. I bought it like, I don't go camping or hiking very much. I don't even know if I ever used the thing. It was just there in case I needed it, and I bought it like 5 years ago when I went on a camp, probably a little bit longer than that ago, when I went on a camping trip with the Duke, by the way. And so I was like, yeah, I'll buy this just in case I need it. And so now it's property of the TSA. So there you go.
So the time. Oh, that's TVA. Time variant of authority isn't TVA. Sorry.
Yeah, and so
I was trying to make a good Marvel reference.
Gotcha.
Failed.
You're fine. And then so I'm pretty sure that's probably on my record. Like I would imagine, like somewhere they're like, man brought knife. So like now I'm gonna be super nervous because like strike 2. I don't know. Now I'm be like, oh shit, what happens in strike 2 if you bring one? You know. So, anyways, but all went well. I got on the plane. Nothing happened.
I've never been in that scenario, but we do use the X-ray things, and I like to watch the screens. So like if it's a long queue for the baggage and stuff, I try to position myself so I can see the screens.
Gotcha.
They must see some hilarious stuff go through there.
Yeah. I was shocked. I did not like. They saw through, like, my bag was filled with clothes, and they saw through all the clothes and even I assumed they'd see the laptop, but I didn't assume that, like, not only is the laptop gone or like the plasticky case around the laptop, they just legitimately see the components of the laptop. That's what they're looking at.
Yeah.
I was just like super cool. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that's what you saw. So please don't arrest me.
Can you show me more?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have been like, okay, cool. Now we've got the knife thing out of the way. Can you show me
Yeah.
more of like how this stuff works?
Yeah. So
what did Becca say about this when you like came back out and
she was talking to her friend? Shit, no. I feel like I could probably have been arrested and taken away, and she would have been like, where the hell's Nick? He's gone. So she's no idea that any of it happened. So I was really surprised that they didn't like. I mean, I had gone through the little scanner thing, right? When you put your hands above your head and do the thing. So they probably knew there was nothing on me, but I was really surprised that they were. I don't know. I just assumed there would be more repercussions for this than what there were. But I was very glad there was not.
The thing is that once they showed you, you didn't lie about it. You were just like, "Oh yeah, I know what that is. That's my camping knife."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you were like really good about it. If you were like, "I don't know what that is. I didn't put that there," and like. Then that's when they'd probably be like, "Oh, okay, it's like this, is it?" And
yeah, we've had stuff thrown away before, but nothing like that would be classified as like a weapon. Becca just had a brain fart and put in like an entire thing of conditioner into her bag. Like I don't know. It was when we were on the cruise, and so he's like, "Is there anything liquid or anything?" I remember because I was, and he's like, "No, there's nothing in there," and he like pulls out this gigantic 40-ounce thing of conditioner, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, there's that." And so he just threw it away. So it's like, but that's like, okay. I mean, I understand like you can't have it because maybe there's bomb substance in there or something, but like, I don't know. Yeah. You're just like, okay, this is obviously it's just conditioner, throw it away. But like, Yeah, nothing like a knife or something that's obviously classified as like a potential weapon. So
There you go.
or
Look at that.
as
It's first
a
time for
weapon.
everything.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Hopefully, a last time for everything too. So
Yeah, but now you check your bags properly rather than rushing.
that's 100% true. So, anyways, that'll be my only story from Arizona. Done with that. So, good trip.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you, man? What's been going on with you?
So this is the part where I have to look for the photos on my phone because I have completely forgotten everything and anything that we've done.
That's amazing.
Because there is that. Well, we end up being that busy that we just end up doing a load of different stuff. So,
Now you have me
I
interested.
want to get it in the right.
Go ahead.
I want to get it in the right order.
Okay,
So.
sure.
So we took Logan to a place called the Bewilderwood, or like Be Wild, Wood.
Okay.
That was really cool. Like lots of different outdoor tree stuff. They were the photos I sent you when he was like running through, and I think actually, yeah, and he was like climbing for all the different like treetop nets and stuff like that. So we went there, spent like pretty much the day there, and it was a really good day. We had a picnic, which we ended up just eating, sat in the back of the trunk. So we had like a tailgate party for free.
Come on, that's good stuff.
And yeah, it just genuinely was a nice day out. That was the 26th. Wow, like is that Sunday? So no, that was the Saturday. Sunday we had as a chill day because we've been out all day, and it was the Belgian Grand Prix, which is Cirque du Spa, which is like my favorite racetrack ever. They've got this really cool, like the elevation change between them is like ridiculous, between like the lowest part and the highest part of the track across the whole lot of it. And then Monday was mine and Lindsay's wedding anniversary. So what did we do?
You played beer pong. That's what you did. Looked awesome.
We played more. We did.
You did do more than that.
Yeah, we got the train to Leeds. We dropped the little ones off. My mum and dad had them for the day for us. Got the train to Leeds. We went to a place called The Alchemist, which is a really interesting cocktail bar. I had an espresso martini that came with like a chocolate spoon and salted caramel caviar. So it was just like little tiny balls of salted caramel, but it looked like caviar on the spoon. That was nice. And Lindsay got a French kiss, I think is the name that she got. And in the menu, while we was looking what it came with, it was like this flavor liqueur, this flavor, this, and this. And then it just said tongue at the end. And we thought, like, well, I looked at it really gone out as if to say, why would they just put tongue? And Lindsay was like, oh, maybe just because it's called a French kiss and they're making a joke about it. So the guy makes these cocktails and stuff like this. You know, he puts the whipped cream on Lindsay's and then gets this rubber tongue and sticks it in the top of the drink. So this tongue's literally hanging over the edge of the drink. And he's like, yeah, you can lick the popping candy off the tongue, but I wouldn't advise eating it because it's not edible. And Lindsay was like, she just looked mortified because then when we sat down outside, she like took this tongue out and she was like, how many other people have licked this tongue that's now in my drink? So yeah. And then we went, like I said, we went axe throwing, which I won at because
nice.
It's throwing axes. It's a very manly thing to do. And then I went ahead and lost at Crazy Golf, beer pong, and shuffleboard. So yeah.
Nice. You lost at shuffleboard. Yeah. And what was the other thing you lost
Again. Crazy Golf and beer pong, which I'd never played before. It was a lot of fun. So they had a really good hygiene system for it as well. So like they had the cups on the table, but they just put water in the cups. So you didn't drink out of the cups that everybody uses. You got given another cup that you had to top up from your pitcher.
Oh, so they did. Okay. I was just going to bring this. So you beat me to the punch. I literally just read an article, probably because beer pong showed up in my Discord, and my phone probably crawls through everything to find anything that it can send me.
Cookies
Yeah,
everywhere.
exactly. And it was like the article was like the 12 most disgusting things that nobody thinks about, and beer pong was like on the list, and it made me chuckle because we had just talked about it, and I was like, wonder
So,
how they did it.
Yeah, they were like, the balls go all over the floor, obviously everybody's touching them and stuff like that. So they were like, for hygiene reasons, we just top the cups up with water, and you get a cup with your pitcher that you just fill up and drink from. So that was good fun.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And then it's just kind of been a chilled out week. I got Wednesday to myself, because Lindsay took Logan to a place called Gulliver's, which is like a kids style theme park. She went there with her mum and our youngest niece, took them out for the day. Thursday again was another chill out day because it's kind of like we have a day where we do loads, then we have a chill out day, and then a day we do loads. So Wednesday I redid the whole front of the garden because with the humidity and the weather and everything, like the weeds that I killed and thought I killed and dug out had come back with a vengeance. So I did all that, and then on Thursday I did the back, put a lot of sharp stand down, I did a proper dad day in the garden sort of thing. So like put sharp sand back between all the patio slabs and stuff that's come up over the years of rain hitting it. Just tidied the back garden up a little bit and patched the holes that Rex had been digging. And then yes, I'm back to work today. But then last night I went. I think I talked about it last week. There's a brewery in York that I really enjoy called Brew York, who have bought a spot that used to be owned by another brewery that I like called Little Black Dog that folded. And they had their official opening night last night, but they kind of tied it in with Yorkshire Day. So there was like lawn games, there was Asian street food truck turned up, there was a artesian cocktail truck that turned up, and then there was some live music and stuff like that, as well as like the grand opening of the new tap room and bar and stuff like that. So I went there last night with Lindsay, and one of the guys from work came along as well because he was interested in it, so that was fun. So, but it wasn't fun this morning when I woke up. So it's not big and it's not clever to go drinking on a school night.
So this was the thing that I wanted to ask you. Do you have, like, what is your go-to, or do you have a hangover cure?
I usually have a pre-bed ritual.
Oh, okay.
So like, and that usually helps me recover. But last night, when we got back, I tried to eat something and it gave me the world's worst hiccups. And I had like hiccups for ages.
Oh my gosh.
And then that was after I'd lost my round to Mr. Zablanc.
Oh no! Oh
yeah, I had
bummer.
I just had a really bad last race. If I'd have done okay with the last race, it would have been evens. But I just got annihilated by the computer, and he came first. So,
well, screw you, Zablanc.
So well done, John.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I know.
I love our different things. Sean's like, "Good job, Zablanc." I'm like, "Screw you, Zablanc."
So then I try to have something to. Usually, I'll have like chicken. I usually go for things like protein and some form of carbs. So I usually have like a chicken wrap. But as I was making my chicken wrap, I ate like a piece of chicken and it gave me really bad hiccups. And then I was like, oh, chicken might not be the answer. I'll just make some hot dogs. So I had some Frankfurters left over. So I was like, I'll make some hot dogs. So I ate those, took a drink upstairs, went to bed, and then I had the worst hiccups and acid reflux all night.
Oh.
So I woke up this morning, like my throat was sore. I was like, my stomach hurt, but it was from the constant hiccups and trying to lay and get comfortable. So this morning was an electrolyte hydration tablet. Chucked that in some water. A very large black coffee, and then drive to work, feeling very sorry for myself.
No. Yeah, that's okay. Well, I didn't know. I know. I don't. I don't drink. So, but I hear about all these like hangover cures. So I didn't know if you had a
Yeah.
specific one.
For me, if
Excuse me, everybody.
it's the science behind a hangover. So you break it down into it's dehydration for the most part, dehydration and tiredness. So if you can feed, like put something in your stomach for your stomach to work on, which will help digest the rest of the alcohol and get plenty of fluids in you before you go to sleep, you'll usually wake up feeling a lot more better for it. So yeah.
So maybe I get hungover with well, so it's not like any pizza, but just like there's this pizza place in town, Cottage Inn. Shout out to the 5 people who know what I'm talking about. Who probably aren't going to listen to this. And so they make this Motor City meatball pizza. It's fantastic.
Nice.
They also have to put an entire container of salt on the pizza, I'm pretty sure. Because literally, like, I mean, you don't taste it. Like, it tastes fine. Like, it tastes great. It tastes amazing. That's why I get it. Also, I probably eat too much of it. There's that, too. But anyways, I will wake up at, like, I know I will wake up at, like, 1 or 2, and I will feel like I have been drugged through the desert for, like, an entire day without water. Like, it's just, and I just have to drink and drink and drink. And then I go back to bed. And I feel a little bit better, but I still feel kind of like crap. So, yeah. See? So that's my hangover. I have a pizza hangover.
I had a really nice pizza the other night, and it was a freezer, like a frozen pizza from the supermarket. It was called Chili Dog. I think it was made by Goodfellas. So it was like jalapenos, peppers, tomatoes, and stuff all on top of the pizza. But then it was a hot dog stuffed crust.
A hot dog stuffed crust?
Yep. So like it literally like a hot dog sausage was rolled into the crust all the way around.
Okay. All right. It's kind of blowing my mind.
Nice.
Now I kind of want to wish I could try it.
I'm pretty certain that somewhere over there will be somebody that puts hot dogs in stuffed crust. There has to be, because it's an American brand.
Oh, is it? Maybe I can find it.
An English version of an American brand.
Okay.
Goodfellas.
I'll search for it later. Sounds good. Sounds amazing, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. For me, this week, well, I got back. We were pretty wiped, but yeah, I'm drawing somewhat of a blank of this. So I had an open house. Also, I'll tell this story. We finished a house, getting ready to sell it. We're selling on the open market, which is a little bit different than how Habitat normally does it. Normally, we choose around partner families. Lots of reasons we're doing it this way. And I realized that normally when we sell it to a partner family, we give them the stuff, the seed, the yard, and then they like water it and do all the stuff. And I realized, well, if we're selling it on the open market, we probably should seed the yard. So I have somebody come out and rake it and seed it. And they water it the first time. And then they're like, yeah, the yard has to be watered every like 2 to 3 days. Well, freaking A. We're in Michigan and it normally rains a ton, but it literally isn't raining until like not this coming Monday, but like the Monday after next.
Nice.
So, well,
but
yes.
also not nice.
Not nice for me right now. So now I have to go out and water this freaking yard at least, she said 3 times a day. I was like, listen, let me tell you right now, 3 times a day is not happening. I was like, it takes like an hour to water the entire yard. I was like, I'm not spending 3 hours a day at this place watering this yard. Just let me just be.
Do you not have one of those sprinklers that you can just set down that like rocks backwards and forwards?
Yeah. I bought this really nice. It covers 85 foot diameter, 5,000 whatever area feet, blah, 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 blah. The problem is, Sean, it has to be moved like every like 20 to, like every 20 minutes or so. Yeah. And so it's like, well, what can I do? I can't get that far away from the place until I got to come back and move it, right? And so, yeah, so right now it's the most annoying thing, and I could really kick myself because now that I've like experienced this, it's the first time we've ever sold a house like this for Habitat. Now that I'm experiencing this, I'm immediately like, this was the stupidest thing. We should have just been like, hey, when you buy this house, we will have them come out and seed it for you. And then it will be your job to water it, which won't be a problem because you live there. So
Can you not like turf it? Do you not do that in America?
you do in some spots, not in Michigan. Yeah. Well, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true. Some places do, but that would be way more expensive. Way more expensive to turf this amount of yard than to just like throw down seed and water it. So, that would cost more than I would definitely want to pay. So anyways,
fair enough.
I'm watering a lot, and I'm making my children help me do it because I want somebody else to experience my pain. But also because Noah is a good amount of help, and help makes it go faster, to be honest. So
just take the Switch down and play Donkey Kong while you're there.
I've thought about that. That one I have thought about doing, and I may do it this week. So I only watered once today, so hopefully all the seed doesn't die because I'm like I just can't. We had a soccer game, and then I had to play Minecraft, and then I had to mow, and most of those things had to have happened, and yeah. So I was like, nah. I was like, we're watering once in the middle of the day, and that's it. So anyway, so there's that. We had an open house. It was cool. It was fun. It was that happened. And let's see, with the family or kids, it's been, I don't know, it's been a pretty like just trying to get back in the swing of things. Becca's like looming with the with school in like 2 weeks or a week. Maybe it's
I think it's a week, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, she has one more week. She's back not this Monday, but next. So yeah, she goes back on Monday. Tomorrow we're celebrating like everybody's birthday. It's a weird thing. So my mom and her dad's birthday are on July 21st. My birthday is on the 13th of August. So because we don't want to have to like have a bunch of different celebrations, and we missed their birthday because we were in Arizona, we're doing this huge big family celebration on tomorrow. So eating
nice
green beans, bacon, and potatoes. It's amazing. So
how are the potatoes cooked?
Yeah, so it's a one pot meal. So it's potatoes, and it really should be green beans, potato, bacon, and butter. That's pretty much. So the fat of the bacon and the butter are thrown in with the potatoes, and it makes almost this like potato cream. There's still like large chunks of potato. It's not just cream, but like.
Okay, so they're like mashed and creamed a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like, so they're boiled. To answer your question, they're like boiled, but then the water comes out and all that fat gets added in there, and they like half break down to make this cream, and then the bacon and the green beans goes in there, and it's just super good.
Yeah, I'm sold.
Yeah. So
I'm down. Make me a plate. I'll be around.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be doing that. And so that should be fun. We'll be at the river. Hopefully it does not full of slime, and we can go swimming. So I don't know. That's my week. I've been kind of lame this week, I guess, now that I think about it.
Hey, you had a busy time over in Arizona, so you've got to get back and get back to normality.
No.
And then there's going to be the whole getting the kids ready to go back to school. And yeah, I know. Think of all the free time you'll end up having.
That's true. Well, it's there's probably less free time, but it's regimented, which is way better. It's scheduled. It makes sense. Summer never makes sense because it's all over the place, and I have no idea what's going on. Ariel had summer school this week. That was good. And by the way, I got her up every day, and she just like popped up and did all the things. I don't know if this is going to transfer into actual school, but man, I hope it does, because normally I'm like, Ariel, you got to do this. And then I'll like come back and she'll be like playing with, I don't know, whatever random thing, or doing something that doesn't matter. Like, Ariel, come on, we got to go. You got to do this. You got to do this. And she was just like doing the thing. So I hope she keeps that up, because that'll make life real smooth in the morning.
I can imagine. So yeah, the holidays, like for us, gets a bit like that. Like I got access to a game I can't talk about that game.
Yeah, you
but I got
can't.
access to it. I know, bad me. And I was playing that, and I got really into it. So like I started playing it at like 8:30, and then I looked up and it was 11 o'clock, and I was like, oh crap. And then like as I look up at the clock and go, oh crap, Logan comes downstairs and he's like, have you seen what time it is? I was like, yeah, you should really be in bed. It's like, I thought you already were. He says, no, I'm not in bed, but Mummy's already asleep. And I was like, okay.
I love that
So
he's like
that's been
scolding
happening.
you. Like, come on, you should have put me in bed already. What kind of parent are you?
Yeah. And that's been happening a bit. He's like been having really late nights, but then he's like not getting up until 10 the next day, sort of thing. But it's his summer holidays, so
Yeah.
We'll cross the bridge of trying to get him back into some kind of routine as we get closer to the end of the holidays.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
maybe.
Yep. Yeah, this week for Noah and Ariel will be going to bed earlier, but then I'll still let them like get up whenever they want. I won't make them get up at 6. And then the next week they'll start getting up not at 6:30, but like I'll start getting them up by 8 for sure. So Noah will probably already be up. If I have him go to bed at 9, he'll be up probably before 8, to be honest. But so yeah, it'll be time for that gig. So I'm ready for school to be back, and actually the kids are too. They were like, yeah, we're ready to go back. So yeah.
Yeah, as much as they moan about it, and I can understand as a kid, like you get to the end of a school year and you are exhausted because mentally, physically, there's a regimented of it, like kind of thing, the excitement. Sometimes you have a late night, sometimes you don't. You still got to get up early in the morning. So there's all that kind of jazz, and it does bear. I mean, I can see it with Lindsay. Lindsay gets to like the end of the school year and she's absolutely shattered. So, and Becca will probably be the same. It's a lot of people talking at you a lot of the time. So
yeah, no, 100%. No, Becca's done at the end of the school year for sure. She starts counting down the school year, I think, before the kids do sometimes.
There's no harm in that. It's a job at the end of the day.
That's right. Yep, 100%. But so she went to summer school and did that, and I don't know. I think that's pretty much my week, man. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I haven't. Like I said, I haven't known her a lot, and I'm back at work now. I had like a week off, which is nice at the start of the holidays. I've now got 3 sets of shifts to do as normal, and then I get 3 and a bit weeks off at the end of August to go away. So I got a bit of time off, like August into September, which is going to be nice. So, but having the week coming off the back of a load of nights and then having the week off, my body clock is just like,
I'm sure.
Hey, what are we doing? Are we awake? Are we asleep? So like I've been going up to bed with Lindsay, trying to get like some decent sleep and some catch up sleep as well, and then like sit there wide awake. And I'm like, well, I'll just play Donkey Kong, and then like playing Donkey Kong until 3:30 in the morning, and not getting much sleep, and then being really tired has not been a great achievement of mine. But I have rolled the credits in the game.
Okay.
So
yeah. I loved your check. Yeah. I love your Discord to me too. You were like, I beat it. Wait. Crap. This game keeps going. It was so good. It was like, just like your train of thought is you were like, I did it. I don't know. Crap. It made me laugh so hard.
I purposely didn't start the last set of missions because I thought I'm going to make sure I have everything. So I went back, I got all the fossils, I got all the bananas I could get. I went and got and there's one banana I couldn't get, which I believe was a post game thing that you had to get like a key from somewhere, but you didn't get that until the game had finished. So I had everything. I was like, I have got everything, bar one banana and a couple of music discs. I have got it all. So then roll credits, and then like you kind of start over again, but you don't start over again. And then like I thought, I'm going to check and see like if they've added anything extra, and I was like, there's like another 150 bananas to collect. I was like,
oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm at like 870 now, so I've had 870. Oh, banana! It's just driving me mad.
You remember
basically like play with headphones and I take the headphones out like this every single time it goes
It's that bad.
banana.
It's that
Yeah.
bad. That tells you
They
something.
could
That's
have
funny.
put different things. They could
Hmm.
have put different things in there.
Yeah. No, every once in a while they could change it up. Get a rotation of like 4 or 5 different things that you
Yeah.
and they could have had Pauline say something every once in a while too, when they get a banana
Yeah.
instead of it just being.
But this game is definitely like a vertical Mario Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much more to it. But it just kept like Mario Odyssey. When you finish Mario Odyssey, it just kept going and going and going and going and going. This is exactly the same. So,
Well, I'm not gonna lie, Sean. I have not been playing it. Not that I don't want to. The kids really did me in. They played Minecraft, or they watched Minecraft with a grandparent, maybe probably all the grandparents. I don't know. They've probably seen it numerous times. So they watched the Minecraft movie. And so I come home and I'm sitting there and Noah was like, "So Dad, I would like to pitch something to you." Like legit, like almost like I'm surprised he didn't come out in like a business suit or something. Yeah, exactly. He's like, "So, I think we should start a new Minecraft file." I was like, "No." He's like, "Wait." And I was like, "I'm not starting a new Minecraft file." And he's like, "But instead of the fort, because you've seen it, we have this gigantic fortress, and like each one of us have a different floor, and then there's a communal floor at the very bottom. Very cool. We mined it out of an entire mountain basically in the game." He's like, "But instead of a fortress, I think we should do like a town like Minecraft has. Like there'd be shops and we'd have our own houses, each of us." And I was like, "That sounds fun. Why didn't we should do that?"
have you made Steve's lava chicken?
No, we haven't but I was like, "I'm not starting a new file." I said, "Here's the deal." I was like, "We can go explore and find a new place on the same file and make this town." I said, "That's what I will do." I said, because this does sound fun. But I was like, "I'm not starting a whole new file. With this, we've already done this one thing. I don't want to lose this fort, or I want to keep it in the same area." So, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's a way better idea." So that's what we did. It took us a couple play sessions because our place was really watery and mountainy and all kinds of stuff. So to find like enough flat ground that wasn't going to take forever to like reshape, we had a swim a good ways away. And then of course, you're not starting over because you have some items, but you're still very much like you're in this new area. You don't have all the thing. You gotta clear everything. You gotta protect everything. You gotta do all those things again, right? So we've made the area. I think the walls around it, I've got it all like cordoned off to where you can walk around at night and not be attacked by hordes of monsters now. We've put property lines for ourselves where our houses are going to be. So now there's a road, and on the other side of the road is where we're going to put the community center, a hotel, and now probably Steve's Lava Chicken, because you said that. I hadn't actually thought of a restaurant, but now that you said that, probably that.
Logan made it, and it's got a chicken spawner.
That's pretty amazing.
Which spawns a chicken, and then he's got sticky block pistons that open up, and the chickens drop into the lava, and then they close again. He's actually got that with the lever at the front. He's made it exactly like it is in the movie.
That is pretty fantastic. And how does he get the chicken out of there?
I don't think he does. I think it's just the process of putting the chicken in the lava.
Okay. All right. Yes. No.
There might be a way to get it out, but I don't know how that works.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to think about that. I actually haven't even made my house yet because they've been making their house, and I've been just working. I really got into like setting up the walls, making sure it was secure, making sure like the barrier, setting up all the lights and everything. Right now it's just candles because it's all we got. Because we're really far away. We have like a ton of stuff that would help us out, but like to boat or swim all the way back to the fort, it would take a long time. I plan to make like a little path or trail or something when the time comes.
I would say, why don't you make a train track?
Yeah, I probably will. But remember, we're playing survival in the whole deal, so iron actually has been very difficult for us to get a hold of in this map. And so that has been the stopper for a lot of stuff. Even in the fort, We just
Can you
don't
not go
have
from survival to
yes,
creative
but
just to make
you
the railway
know
track?
I'm not gonna do that. You know.
I know you're not. I know. It was a suggestion.
Yes, you could totally do that. I ain't gonna do that. The kids know. The kids aren't even. I'm sure they're sitting there like, "There's such a freaking. We could just like make this in the past and have this all done by now." But no, our dad is stupid, and he's not gonna let us do that.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
that's fair enough.
yeah. But since I've sucked into that,
you'd have to make a
Tears
tunnel.
of Kingdom, Tears of the Kingdom has come to a complete and utter grounding halt, and I've been pretty wiped by like 11:30. So I'll watch like the kids will go to bed around 10:30 ish, and I'll watch something with Beck, and then I'll be like, peace out, I'm going to bed. And then she stays up till like. And to be honest, I oftentimes don't even watch anything with Becca. I normally wake up at 11:30, and I'm like, "Bet that was great. I'm going to bed."
Fair enough. At least you still get to spend that time together doing something. At least
I'm sure.
you're there.
I don't know that she feels that way. I'll have to ask her. Like, oh, thanks for watching that with me, honey. You're welcome. I'm gonna go to bed now.
It sounds like it's the other way around. I'm the one that's stopping up really, really late, and Lindsay's usually in bed for like, well, she's in bed for 9, and then not much longer after that, she's asleep. She's very much enjoying the early nights.
Yeah, well, that's what I asked Beck too. I was like, "So, are you gonna like cold turkey this in a week? Like, are you just gonna keep staying up till like 1, 2 and sleeping in late, or are you gonna and just like when the 11th comes around and you gotta be at work at 7:30? Yeah, you just gonna like cold turkey it, or are you gonna like wean your way there?" She was like, "I don't know. Leave me alone." I was like, "Fair enough."
Yeah, don't fill her full of work. Return to work dread already. Christ.
Yeah, you're not allowed to talk about it for the long. You didn't mention like going back to work until at least August. Like you mentioned it before then, and you gonna get reamed out. So
cool. Well, that's all. I mean,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, this week coming up, I'm taking my dad for his hip operation on Tuesday. That's the 5th. And I think Lindsay's then taking my mum on the 7th for her hospital appointment because I'm on nights. So I haven't really got anything coming up. So next week might not be a great catch-up week for me either. So, but yeah.
Yeah, next week seems a little easier. We'll see if it stays that way, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. Right. Well, thanks guys for listening. We do have a topic in hand for this Wednesday's episode, which is going to be about conflict resolution and how to kind of like teach your kids that. Because, I mean, growing up as a kid, my dad's way of conflict resolution for me was if you're being bullied and pushed around, punch them really hard. If that doesn't work, run really fast. Which is not what I want to transpire to my children because that never really worked out for me. So yeah, so join us on Wednesday when that drops. And again, thank you very much for listening. And until Wednesday, see you later, guys.
See you later, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott. You can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dad Crossing.